Hello and welcome to your MES e-lesson. I'm Virginia. Today, you're going to learn the what, the how, and the when of talking about personal opinions using think plus that plus noun plus be. Let's start with what. What are these statements and answers used for? They are used to talk about people's personal opinions. For example, I think that the prices are too high. Remember, talking more personally is a great way to practice speaking fluently. Good. Now let's learn how. How do you use these statements and answers? First, know how to conjugate think plus that. If you want to talk about yourself, please repeat, I think that. If you want to talk about me, you think that. If you want to talk about Will, he thinks that. If you want to talk about Jenny, she thinks that. If you want to talk about us, we think that. If you want to talk about them, they think that. It's very important to memorize this conjugation fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, study your vocabulary. For example, I think that the service is bad, good, great. Finally, to build a more specific answer, you can use a time reference. For example, I think that the service is good today, this week, this afternoon. Or a prepositional phrase. For example, I think that the service is good on this flight, in the hotel, at the restaurant. So, finally, when do you use these statements and answers? You use these statements and answers to describe thoughts. For example, I think that your jacket is lovely. He thinks that the weather is good. We think that the people here are unfriendly. Great job! Now, let's review. First, what are these statements and answers used for? They are used to talk about people's personal opinions. Second, how do you use these statements and answers? You use them by knowing the conjugation of think plus that and building a more specific answer with the vocabulary. Third, when do you use these statements and answers? You use these statements and answers to describe thoughts. Well done! Let's move on to video B to really practice making your own statements and answers. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Virginia. See you soon.